Hey YouTube world, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've done a haul video, but I've been motivated lately to do one. So I went to the bins this morning. I spent about an hour and a half there, and I got about 3 bags and a little bit of clothing, a little bit of hard goods, and I'm gonna run through it, give you an estimate on what I believe it's gonna sell for, and how I list things, a little bit of why I get things, and that sort of thing. So we'll get into it. I'm gonna try to keep it under 30 minutes, hopefully even shorter than that, and hopefully you can take a little bit away from this, learn a little bit, or maybe just entertainment. So we'll get right into it. First thing I found were these 3 Hallmark Christmas ornaments. They're all fire trucks. I figure I could probably get about $10 to $15 a piece for them. I did not research them because either way, I was a firefighter for 7 years. If they don't sell, I'll just put them on my tree at the end of the year. But if I can't get about $10 to $15 a piece for them, I'll lot them together and try to get like 20 to 15, something like that. And the price of product at our local bins is, clothing is $1.79 a pound, and then hard goods is $1.19 a pound. So with those together, maybe $1.25. This is a Philips Norelco razor. I don't think, it doesn't look like a very high quality one, or but you never know. Some people just like their razors, you know, if their razor stops working. I more so got it for the charger, because that's probably going to sell better, have a better sell-through rate than anything. So I would say this will go between $15 and $30 roughly. Norelco, let's see if they got any right here. It just says groom. Oh wait, Norelco body groom. So if you want to research it and see if my ballpark estimated price range is correct, if I'm wrong, just correct me in the comments. So there's that. And another one pretty much cost me $1, I'm assuming. This I just thought was cool, kind of nostalgic. I'm 40 years old, so this was my era. Spell-O-Mate or Spell-O-Matic, something like that. I forget what these are called. It's not tested. I will test it to see if it works. If not, I'll still sell it. Not working, something like that. These were pretty mass produced, so I don't think it's going to be worth a ton of money. I'm sure there's plenty of these out there in better condition, because this has got some damage to it, getting some glare from the studio light. But I think I can get 10-15 bucks for it pretty easily. If not, I think it'll be a cool wall hanger behind. One day I'll set up a YouTube little studio and stuff like that, and I'd like to design it with some of the stuff from my generation, the 80s, early 90s and whatnot, and I think this would be pretty cool as just a wall hanger decorative piece. So yeah, another thing that probably costed me about $1, maybe $2, and I'll flip it into, I would say maybe 15. Could go higher, could go less, we'll see. All right, I found these, the only pair of shoes that I found. It looks like there's a little bit of wear there, but that's not bad actually. These are suede Johnston & Murphy's. Retail wise, Johnston & Murphy, and they're in really good condition. You can always tell by the back soles, the bottom soles, and on the heel. These look like they were maybe just worn a handful of times, maybe 5, 6 at most. You can also tell on the inside if you can really read this, because that wears down really fast as well. So the style that these are wing-tipped Oxfords. So Oxfords is this design, and there's a simpler version of the Oxford, and then these ones are a little bit more decorative, and I believe that's what gives them the wing-tip Oxford label, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I typically don't pick up Johnston & Murphy's because I don't like the sell-through rate, but every style varies, so you can get some styles that are definitely more sought after. But these probably cost me, I would say, $3 $3 to $4, and I think I can get at least 25 for them because they're in really good condition. That price might range between 25 and 52. All right. Last hard good I got is this vintage Spalding's golf bag. It's canvas and leather. Some of the better brand golf companies like Titleist, TaylorMade, Spalding, Wilson Staff, Cobra, Mizuno, some of their golf bags, if they're true vintage and they go back, you know, at least 20, 30, maybe 40 years, they're definitely sought after in the golf bag market. So as long as they're vintage or new, they're pretty valuable. In between, not so much. But I think I can probably get $50 to $100 for this one, and it probably weighs 10 pounds, so it probably cost me about $15. So 50 to 100. It does have some staining in it. I'm gonna have to put some work on it. I'm not gonna put too much work into it, and I'll also try to sell it locally. Always look in the bag, in the pockets on these too, because you can find some pretty good stuff. All right, then we'll get into the clothes. All right, first thing, I got these Under Armour kind of track pants. They're in good condition. Maybe a buck. I'm sure I can get $20 for them. Okay. Jackets. So this is the jacket. This is a women's Columbia. I'll try to sell these this time of year because it's very light and it's kind of like a rain jacket or a running jacket or something like that. So these will sell better in the off season because it's getting warmer right now. This probably cost me 50 cents and I'm sure I can get 20 to 25. This is a Boy Scouts of America t-shirt. It's kind of like a centennial, like 100 years of Boy Scouts. Boy Scout stuff sells well for me. You're not gonna get crazy high numbers for it. This shirt will probably get me about 15 bucks, and it cost me about 50 cents. Here's a youth Phoenix Suns basketball team hoodie. It's missing the drawstring. It's a youth, or it's an adult small actually. This will probably go for about 15 bucks. Maybe 20. I could probably get more for it if it was a large or extra large. Those are the better sizes, but a small is a little harder to sell. This cost me $1, maybe $2. It is basketball season, so that helps. Off season, not so much. These are silver jeans. I like silver jeans. They've always historically been a very good seller for me. You can tell them because they'll have a heavier stitch like this. Really good condition. They probably cost me about $2 and I'll get about 25 for them. There was a time I used to get $50 for a pair of silver jeans. Those days are gone, but they could come back. Here is a vintage Izod Lacoste polo shirt. A lot of these I don't pick up, but I really liked the fact that it was vintage, true vintage. There's the vintage tag. Sometimes you'll have the gator on the front, but this one doesn't have the gator. You'll have that when it says Lacoste, not Izod on there. This has the Izod logo. So this is gonna take some work. I gotta get some staining or some discoloring out of it. Hopefully it won't be too hard. But what really sold me on it was the 90s stripes, which are in style right now. So if I can get it clean, I think I can get 25 bucks for it, maybe more, with the right keywords. Here's a University of Southern California Trojans hoodie. This looks also like maybe an adult small, and it's Champs. It looks like an older Champs, made in China, so not too old, but it might be Y2K. Y2K is vintage. That's early 2000s, so that helps it sell. It's got a little bit of fading to it, but that's actually kind of in style on some things, depending on the market you're looking at. If you're looking at high school to college kids, fading is in style right now. So the fade actually might help it, and the fact that it's a college hoodie. So I'm thinking $25. Cost $2 roughly. These are a pair of Eddie Bauer kind of outdoor polyester pants. I don't do good with a lot of Eddie Bauer, but stuff like this I do good with. I should get about $25 for these. And they're lightweight too. No more than $2 on it. It's a good men's size 30-30. Here's a pair of Lucky brand jeans. These are definitely older. You can tell by the tag. Thinner. They've got actually a flared bottom or boot cut bottom, which helps them right now because that's in style. Kind of on the low cut side. You can tell by the rise that they're low cut. It's got to be around 8 inches to 6 to 8 inches on the rise. So low cut, boot cut, straight leg, definitely in style. These, and looks like they're vintage, maybe Y2K era. $2. I could probably get right now 25 to 34. There's another pair of Lucky jeans. These are men's, very wide leg, baggy, loose fit, in style right now. Got some like a 90s wash color to it. These actually are vintage because the style is vintage. It's a 361 and it just says vintage straight, but these are a vintage brand. Sometimes you'll see a blue or a red label on there. Those are definitely on the older side, and it'll say on the inner tag, it'll say Gene Montesero or something like that, and he made some of the real older late 90s, early 2000s Lucky brand jeans for his design. So these, because of the real wide open leg, the fact that they're Y2K, I could probably get maybe 30, 40 or more on these ones. This is just kind of like, actually, I gambled on this one. I don't know this brand. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. Cezanne. Sometimes I'll just grab brands like this if I'm unfamiliar with them. Just because it gives me a chance to look them up. I don't have a lot of times on the bin, so I'll actually buy this, pay for it, research it when I get home. And if I find out that it's not worth anything, it actually helps me remember it because I actually paid for it and it's a dud. So I'll put it in like a donation bag. We'll take it to Savers and get my 20% off. So when I go to Savers, save a little bit of money, I have some donations. But if it is worth something, well, there's my education. Here's a pair of Aeropostales. I was on the fence with these because they're not exactly the style that is trending right now, and Aeropostale's not great, but they're real small, real light, and I had a lot of like style jeans like this, so they should be a fast lister for me. I think I could probably get for these ones, since they are kind of like the straight skinny style, about 15 bucks. And I only got them really because I knew they would be an easy listing. And they're light, they're very small, they're very light. Here's a pair of Dickie jeans, carpenter style. Little on the big side. I don't like to go too big because the market gets very small. But they are what are in style, which is the wide baggy leg, loose fit, and carpenter is also in style too. So very good condition. Hopefully I can get about 25 to 30 for them. American Eagle, distressed, light colored, looks like smaller size. Sometimes I get a lot of these kind of straight tapered legs or skinny jeans of American Eagle, and if they're not selling too well, yeah, they're definitely mom style. It says right there, mom jeans. If they're not selling too well, or they're not in a, they don't meet my matrix of what I want to get for them, I'll lot them up and I'll sell them in lots of 3, 4, or 5. And typically this cost me about $1. 5 pairs of jeans, I can probably get $30 for the 5 at like $5 a piece, or $25 to $30, and they cost me about $1 a piece. So it's still a good margin, and I'm happy with that. Yeah. And I don't mind selling them in lots. So this was another one. It was a gamble. Look like quality jeans. Boom Baby, or is it Boom Baby or Boom Boom? Boom Boom jeans. Never heard of them. They look like more quality. Kind of like a long short or like a capri type short. So we'll find out what those are worth. If not, we can donate them. And you're checking them right now. I donate them to Savers. That way I can get 20% off at Savers. Because Savers is a really pricey thrift store. Alright, here's some military. Looks like they are military camo jeans. Or pants, I'm sorry, not jeans. Camo. Camo is definitely in style right now. This is more like a digital. You can digital because it looks digital, and woodland because it's on the greener side, the darker greener side. So a woodland digital. I'll find out exactly what pattern of camo this is, but camo is in style right now, and you're always going to have your hunters year round. So these were probably $2 to $3, and I'll get, I would say, 20 to 25 for them. This here is a Tesla shirt. Tesla 2018 US Tour. I'm not sure what this is, but it looked unique. So we'll find out what we can get for it. At the very least, I think maybe 10 or 15, but who knows, this one could be worth more. I don't know if it's made by Tesla. It doesn't actually have a tag, so we'll have to just put measurements on it, and we'll just put Tesla on there. So I pick up any type of tour shirts that I see. Good, bad, and the ugly, all of them. Alright, this is just hats, and we'll go through the hats right now, and I'll give you a little bit more explanation on why I pick up hats. Looking at the time, we're at just about 18 minutes. Alright, one brand I don't typically pick up unless they're jeans, and that's LuLaRoe. That's a LuLaRoe tag. Had a huge market a few years back, but not anymore. They've fallen off. The reason why I picked this one up, one, new with tags, and a lot of times even new with tags, I will not pick up LuLaRoe. Only their jeans, but it was the American flag pattern on it. This is like a long dress, and I think just because of the pattern, I'm not going to try to sell the brand, I'm going to try to sell the pattern. And I think we're coming up on spring, so this is kind of like a spring lightweight dress. Got American flags on it, that helps it sell also. I think maybe like 20 to 25 for it. And the newer tags will help, but that brand has really died out. So, all right, Hollister men's, good size, 32-32. These look like an older pair, maybe Y2K. I have to do some research on them and try to find the cut date on the tag. But good size, good style. Looks like straight leg. Kind of a low rise. Hollister is typically always low rise because it's kind of like a surf skate wear. Not boot cut, so that doesn't help it, or wide leg. But I think I could probably get about $20 for these jeans. Men's Hollisters sell better than women's Hollisters. We got some Eddie Bauer jeans. Classics. I'm not sure, they look like a men's cut, but I could be wrong. Surprisingly, Eddie Bauer does do well for me. I sell Eddie Bauer pretty consistently. I never did historically, but lately it has gotten better. Oh, I'm not sure if they're men's or women's. And part of it also was the wide flare leg on it, which is trending right now. So because of the style, fact that they're actually in really good condition too, I think I'll get about 25, maybe more. Let's see here, Wranglers. We got carpenter style, which is good. We've got wide leg, wide bottoms, loose fit, baggy. I would even put in the description as a keyword, and the distress does help for that market of people that are looking for stuff like this. So they're not the most premium Wrangler Authentics, but I'm pretty sure I can still get $25 for them. All right, something y'all might not know about, but this is something I find commonly in my area because I'm in southern Arizona. A lot of Western culture and I would just say horse people because they live that horse life. And a lot of people out here just like the decorative of Western and Native American cultures and stuff like that. So this is either two different things. So this, I would say, is a saddle mat. So you would put it over your horse, and then you put your saddle on top of it. So it doesn't feel like it's made out of wool. Typically, these are always made out of wool. You can tell that it's handmade just by the edging. And it's got a really nice pattern to it. So a lot of people also use these for like a hallway table, to put it on top of the hallway table as like a decorative piece. But sure, I'll make probably $50 on this one, on the low end. It actually does have a brand, but it was faded out. So this might actually be pretty old also. It does not feel like wool though, and they're typically always made out of wool. It also still looks handmade. Anyhow, yeah, so saddle blanket or hallway table decorative mat, something like that. But I do really well with these. That probably cost me $2, and I'll turn it into 50. So here's a graphic t-shirt. Spirit Halloween, but it's like a big logo, and that's pretty much what I like about it. It's a larger size, big skeleton or jack-o'-lantern in the trees or whatever. It's not all over because the back is blank, but it's a big logo, and that's what I would put on there, or big graphic is what I would put in the title. And I'll make $15-20 on this one, maybe 10. We'll see. All right, Looney Tunes, kind of like one of my bread and butter, kind of universal kind of stuff. It's not vintage, so 10, 15. Doesn't cost me much. Easy list for me. This is a brand that's kind of died out. Used to do really, really well with it, and that's Brooks Brothers. What I liked most about it was the 90s look. I don't know if this is 90s. This is one of their older tags. So this has got that 90s striped look to it. I can also put rugby in the title, and we'll shoot for about 25 on this polo. And I'll actually put faded in the title. So vintage 90s style faded. And we'll see if that helps it sell. Here is a pair of modern True Religions. They are tapered. I wouldn't say skinny. Actually it says relaxed skinny. And the style is Rocco. So I think I can get 25 for these, because they're not the vintage ones. The vintage ones with some big decals and spell outs, graphics on the back pockets and stuff like that, or even on the front, you can do really, really well with right now, especially if they're the baggier sizes and styles. RSQ, I do well with that brand. It's kind of a skater brand. Real lightweight shorts. Cheeky shorts is what I'll put in the title too, because there's not much coverage on the backside. So $15, but they cost me maybe 50 cents. And another one that's a quick list for me. These are American Eagle. Kind of like a universal. See if we got a kick boot stretch. These look like a little bit more modern. They look like they're low rise, they're boot cut. That helps it out a lot. So I'm thinking $20, $25. This is Cabela's. Cabela's makes good hunting brand type stuff. There is a logo on here. I'm not sure what that's from. Arizona chapter something for something. But it is a nice shirt. The logo does hurt it. But this is kind of like a utility work hunting type shirt. So everything else helps it except for the logo, I would say, depending on where the logo came from, but it's got Arizona on there, so I can imagine it's something small, not something big and really popular or anything like that. It's not vintage. So I'm thinking I could probably get about $15 to $20 for this one. These are just my size. Not sure. They'll probably want another one of those that I'm gonna do some research on. I think I've seen this brand a lot actually, but it is a bigger size. They're very clean, wide leg, wide bottom. So it's kind of the style. They got kind of a Western stitch on the back side. That could help them. But either way, I think 15, 20 bucks on the low end just because they're in good shape. And it's a good style right now. Levi's 515 boot cut. Not vintage. It says 10 medium. So, oh no, they might be vintage. It does say USA right here on the tag. So these actually, it might help them sell, but 515 is not real familiar with that style. But they are the right cut right now, and they are Levi's. Levi's is always a good thing. Levi's historically have always sold for me, so I would say at least $25, maybe 20. All right, we got a jersey. It's Arizona Cardinals. It's a blackout jersey. That help sometimes. It is Patrick Peterson. He's no longer with the Cardinals, so that does hurt it a little bit. It looks quality. The stitching looks like it's all separate. If the stitching is together on these jerseys, that means it's a fake. You want every letter in the name to be separate, but there looks like some stitching connected right there, maybe. And then you want really clean stitching. It doesn't, no. You don't want any loose stitching. Yeah, it says it's Nike. It might be Nike, but it's a good size 44. That's a larger size than men's. I am a large, so this will be like my size for it. Jerseys don't do what they used to do unless they're authentic and you can really authenticate them. So I'm thinking this one would probably go for about $20 to $25. I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan, and I wish we still had Patrick Peterson on our team, so I might keep it for myself. Here is another good brand. This is a women's shirt, but this is Ariat. This is a Western brand. Very good boots, very good jeans. This is just a basic Western shirt, long sleeve, women's. I think $15 to $20. Their jeans do much better. Their boots do phenomenal. Let's see here. All right, this is a Motley Crue girls shirt. Don't think it's vintage. It does have an actual tag in it, so it might have been, it's really hard to make out. It does say Motley Crue on it. So it could have came from one of their concerts or something. Well, but typically you'll see a printed on tag back there. This one could have came from one of their concerts, so that gives it a little bit more value. It is not single stitch, so you have there's two stitchings on here, 1, 2. Single stitch would definitely put that back in their era of the 90s and 80s of true vintage. I don't think this is vintage, but I think this is definitely their apparel. It's not something you're gonna get from Target or Walmart or anything like that. So I'm thinking like maybe 20 bucks. We'll see. So I got to do a little research on it. This is a soccer jersey. It says Revolution on it. I'm not sure what that is or what that means. It did say Brazil. It's got Nike. It's got a Nike tag on the inside. I don't know a lot about soccer, but I do know soccer jerseys do sell well. So we'll find out. I'm thinking on the low end, $15. And on the high end, who knows? We'll find out. Another pair of jeans. We've reached our 30-minute mark, so I'll try to go quick. So these are RSQ, but these are brand new. I'm pretty sure I found 2 pairs of these, of brand new ones. So I would say at least 25, could go higher because they are brand new. It's got a thinner leg skater cut type, but that is a skater company, and that is a skater style cut. There they are. That's the other pair right there. So 2 pairs, easy listings. Looks like they're the same size too. So should be able to list them quick. Military camo, looks like a pair of pants. It's another digital. This is a lighter colored green, not the darker one like the previous one. So this is more of a desert camo. These are the thinner material, so I would put warm weather camo. Because it's made for the hotter weather, and I would say maybe 20 bucks. This is a basic Puma t-shirt, women's, pink, size medium, $15. Easy list, that's why I get them. This here, it's a Harry Potter shirt, Slytherin. It's new. It's a Slytherin on the back. Not a big spout or logo or anything like that. It's just in very good condition. And I noticed that it was made with collaboration to Vans, which is pretty cool. I've never seen that before. So that could give it some special extra value. We'll see, we'll find out. But where it sits, just condition, I would say maybe 15 bucks. All right. So, lastly, I'm probably going to go way over, but my 30 minutes, but I'm going to go through these really fast. I pick up every hat I see at the bins. Good, bad, and the ugly. I wash them all. I try to get them as clean as I can, and specific ones I will list and I will sell individually, and the rest of them I'll lot up into lots of 25 and just sell them like that, just to push them through. And I cherry pick out the majority of the good ones. The lots I will put some good ones in to help them sell. I pay probably 30 cents a piece for these things, and I auction off the lots for $25. 25 hats, $25, and then I auction them off. And I'll continue to try to auction them off like that a few times in a row. If I don't get any bids, not even a single bid, then I'll drop it down to $20, $15, $10, just to keep trying to push it up. So I'm gonna run through these as quickly as I can because I typically get a lot of hats if there is hats there. And like I said, they cost me about 50. Like this beanie here, it's a Phoenix Suns beanie, which I will try to sell, and I'll list it at like 15 bucks, and I'll take pretty much any offers down to about $8. But this really light, it probably cost me about 15 cents. So $15 Phoenix Suns beanie. This is vintage, this is cool. It's Budweiser, St. Patty's Day. This is very old, it looks like. Made in El Salvador, but you can tell it's just by the discoloring and everything like that. But this is cool. St. Patty's Day is coming up, so I'll sell this individual. I don't know, I might put $40, $50 on this one. This is a good one. This is like a safari sun hat. I don't see any good brands, and it's actually more roached out than I thought it was, so this is probably getting thrown in the trash or donated. Another vintage one, United States Army retired, made in the USA, or no, made in Sri Lanka as well, but definitely very vintage. Oh. I might put that one in the hat lot. Just looks like a costume police hat. I might not even list this one. I might put it in a lot because there's Veros and stuff like that, or the policies, forestry service, police, Border Patrol, stuff like that. You can't really sell that on eBay, so that might just go in a lot or get donated. Texas Rangers, they just won the World Series, so that should help. It's got a name written on it. I'll note that. It's a new era, so good brand, snapback, and needs a good wash, so we'll see how clean it gets. I wash them, I shape them. Georgetown College Tigers, never heard of them, but that sometimes is a good thing. Some of the more obscure colleges that are hard to find. It's hard to find their apparel for. So there's that one. Another one, 15 bucks. This is just a dad style hat. You know, the flat style, the strap back, dad, mom style, Victoria's Secret pink. So that'll get sold individually. That's another one, bread and butter, kind of $15. Pima Air Space Museum, just a local place out here. That'll go in the hat lot because it's just got too small of a market. Road Armor, I don't know, Road Armor Identity. It's new. We'll research what it is. I'll put it in the bread and butter pile, $15. We'll find out if that company is worth it. This is a kid's Old Navy, youth Old Navy, dad style hat. It's got some staining on it and stuff like that. So not real premium. So we're not gonna press and try too hard with that one. Looks like another vintage Bud Light hat, ready for Bud Light, kind of dad style. Yes, I am. It's got the strap back, stretch back, made in the USA. That's definitely vintage. We'll try our best to clean that up. I clean that up before. Well, I'll just throw these into a washing machine or put them in a big tote of hot water, hot soapy water. And what I do to get these out is I'll use like a stain remover, your Shout basic stain remover, and a toothbrush and some Dawn dish soap. Dawn dish soap seems to be like my go-to. I'll research that, see if I can find comps. If anything, I'll list it for like 50 bucks and take offers. Not a clue. Admiral England, not sure what it is, but we'll do research on it. If you know what it is, you can tell me. Looks like it's got some sort of crest on there with dragons or lions and a crown. Here is a dad style Nike hat. This might be vintage. Heritage 86. Actually might be vintage. If you know if that's vintage, you can let me know and it'll be much appreciated. Made in Vietnam. But that's a good one. I'd say at least $15 for that one, maybe 10. Titleist, great brand. This is actually logoed for the Arizona Wildcats, so I'll probably list this one for 25 after it gets cleaned up. Take offers for them. I'll take offers for all the hats. World etc. match play. This was a professional golf tournament they used to do out here in southern Arizona. They don't do it anymore. I'll try to get 15 for that one. We'll see. Gulliver, I'm not sure what that is. So just a dad hat, denim. I'll research it, but it might go in the hat lot. This is a big sun hat. It's made of some heavy canvas type, or I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up what this is, or it'll say it in here. But it's made by Disney, which is good. That helps it. Not everything Disney sells, but I'm sure this hat will. It's a nice hat. And I think I'll shoot for 25 on that one. All these prices are tentative. I don't know, you never know. La Pointe? Not sure. But that'll get put away in a tote with the rest of the beanies for wintertime. Here's a Atlanta Braves hat. Definitely needs to be washed, shaped. New era. Looks like it might be a wool blend. The wools sell 100% wool actually, so I'll have to wash this separate because it will shrink. Don't wash them in hot water. Cold, air dry, and I've noticed the wools will bleed out, so the black will bleed out of that. But I'll list it for 25 as long as I can get it in really good shape. Not sure what that is. So that one likely going in the hat lot. Another Braves hat. New era, it's older, needs a lot of cleanup, a lot of work. So same one, same style. We'll shoot for the same price if I can get it clean enough. If not, I'll put it lower. This is a Columbia hat, probably 15. California Republic, Venice Beach. This is like a tourist hat. It's in really bad shape. See, this is what I mean. I just pick up every hat. Like, everybody's in there fighting over them and everything like that. To me, low cost. I typically lot them up. If they're that roached out, I don't sell them. Cheaper for me to just grab them all. So this is cool. This is definitely an older Western hat. I sell a lot of stuff to like movie companies and stuff like that. Not like personal one-to-one, but I'll see the address when they purchase stuff like this. And this definitely looked like it would be a great movie prop. It's authentic. It's either wool or beaver, virgin wool. And it's definitely old, so it would look really cool in a Western movie, I think. So I'll probably put 40, 50 bucks on that one. Basic camo hat, 10, 15 bucks. Just a navy hat, basic navy hat. That'll probably go in the hat lot. This is like a specific ship, navy ship, USS Blue. So it might go individually or a lot. American Navy. We'll find out. That might go in the hat lot or individual. Not sure. It's another one of those vintage St. Patty's Day Budweiser Bud Light hats. So that's cool that I got 2 of those. I was gonna list the other one for 50. I'll do the same with that one and just take offers down to whatever. This looks like a vintage Arizona Cardinals hat. Dad style. Cotton's pretty stained up, so it's going to take some work, but we'll shoot for 25 on that one because it is an older one. This is a Disney hat. We'll see if we can get that shapened up and get some of the marks out of that. Got Mickey Mouse on it. We'll try for 15. Camel hat, military style, 15. Just an American flag hat, big sky, kind of a location hat. That will probably get cleaned up and thrown in the hat lot. Just a plain old USA hat, hat lot. The sun hat. This looks like it's definitely cheaper. No brand or anything like that. That's gonna be donated. Older U of A hat, University of Arizona, denim, dad style. Definitely vintage. There's a tag. Let's see, it does say made in China, but definitely looks older. The tags have some oxidation on them that show that they're older. So I'll probably try to sell that one for 25. This one may just be beyond repair. It's too roached out. Would have been a good hat though. Atlanta Falcons NFL team. This is a really cool one. This is definitely vintage trucker style Ford trucks. Very cool. I'll aim for 50 on this one as well. That's just a local plumbing company, nothing special. And last one for today is another dad style Arizona Wildcats hat. We'll aim for 15 on that one. Russell Athletic. Don't believe it's vintage. No, I don't think so. But hope you enjoyed the haul. Hope I didn't drag it out too long and bore you to death. Hope you enjoyed the comment. Drop comments. Got any questions? If I said anything wrong and you feel like it's not accurate, or if you saw something that is priced less or higher or anything like that, go ahead and shoot me a message. Educate me. But hope you enjoyed it. And we'll keep putting some videos out. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.